Hello everyone and welcome to GeoGuessr. Now GeoGuessr is a game about geography and understanding where you are in the world. And I don't think my sense of geography is that terrible, and I think my sense of logic is sound enough. I think I should be able to take a decent stab at some locations, preferably if they're in Europe. I think America is going to be a really tough one. And kind of South America might also be a tough area. I think I fare better in towns and cities than I would in kind of rural areas. Asia I could have a crack at, I just think, because some of them could be quite distinct, but we'll see. So time limit is 3 minutes, we round as much as you like. I'm going to give this a go. Okay, we've got 3 minutes, this is not a huge amount of time, but we can move. This looks to me, Publico, this seems like South America. Churros. Let's get moving, see if we can find something a bit more distinct, like a flag or something else. It's definitely a Spanish speaking country, possibly Portuguese. I'm not entirely sure on either of them. Hernandez. Don Coyote. This does feel some form of Spanish-speaking country. The question is where. There's a big building over here. There's also public transport. Public transport's not usually a bad place to see where you are. What is this place? This is some form of kind of town square. Please give me a flag. It's Christian place, but it's Spanish. If it's Spanish speaking, that doesn't particularly narrow it down. Ciudad Segula. Albano, come on, give me a flag. Give me something to work with. At least so I can get the country. At least so I can get the country under lock and key. It's going to keep on going down this way. I know some people in GeoGuessr are absolutely incredible at knowing kind of, which country drives on which side of the road and etc. But I'm not convinced. Like this, does this feel like Spain, or does this feel like somewhere else? Dollars, not euros. Dollars, Spanish-speaking dollars. Do they? Brazil is Portuguese, I think. Could this be like Colombia? I might have a crack at Colombia over in South America. I knew South America would be a bad thing. I'm going to have a crack at Colombia. We'll go for Bogota. Mexico. Not great. It's not a great start, for sure. So, this time... Well, this is Spain, because that's a Spanish flag. So that narrows that down straight away for me. This looks like a fairly major city. Could be Madrid. We know it's in Spain, so we can definitely get a lot closer. Oh my goodness, where am I? I'm in a tunnel. I like it. I don't necessarily... I'm not sure I want to be in the tunnel. Let me have the tunnel, please. We know we're in Spain. We're in a fairly major town. Madrid, Barcelona... I'd love like a bus or something which says where we are. Incredibly useful. I feel like we need to go back onto the main street. I feel like we've gone down a bit of a side street here. Santa Canala. We're going to go this way. Yeah, we've kind of gone off the major... Oh, hell yeah. Plaza de Santo Domingo. Calle de Gran Via. That's useful information. Plaza de Santo Domingo, but I'm not sure if that's the name of the place. Okay, this is a massive building, whatever this is. Is this a museum? That's too close, but we can't see anything there. Okay, so we need to go back slightly. Taxis are not a bad place because they often say the location of where they are on them. Don't seem to be getting any luck this time though. Ignacio, fine. We're gonna have to probably just go off Ignacio off there. Do I know? I don't know Spain well enough, really. Madrid. It's the. Okay, what number bus is this? The bus disappears. The bus disappears because there must be two separate Google. Oh, there it is. Hang on. That's Las Canalas. Oh, hang on, where have we gone? We're not having much luck, are we? There's a map over there. Also be quite useful to get. Metro. 19 seconds. So I have to make a decision here in a second. Fine. I don't know if it's Madrid. Let's go for Albacete. It was Madrid as well. No. If it just stuck with my gut feeling of Madrid, I thought it was too obvious. I thought Madrid was too obvious and we shouldn't go there. Still, it's better than nothing. Okay. Next, this is an Asian country, just by the looks of the text. And people, can I identify what text it is? Or can I find a flag which gives me a clue? I feel like this might be... Toyoko line. Fukutoshin line. That feels like Japan to me. There's quite a few people wearing face masks. I know that's quite a big thing in Japan. Tokoyo, that might be... Well, this might be Tokyo, just off that. And last time I didn't trust myself, and I didn't go to Madrid. I'd love to catch up with a bus, although of course the language is not going to be familiar to me. Can we go down this way? There's plenty of these buses, but not as much as that. Not really that I can see much of. I've got to imagine it's Tokyo in some regard. Tokoyo, Keio bus. This does feel like Japan, although of course I'm going to be horrendously wrong, get the wrong Asian country, and be terribly offensive and stereotypical, which I hope not to be. And that being said, I do think it is Japan. I'm just trying to work out if it's Tokyo or somewhere else. As I don't have quite good enough knowledge of like places to really make a educated decision, unless it's a few countries which are a little bit closer to home here in the UK. Not necessarily just in the UK, but kind of more European countries. Obviously, I'm a bit more euro-centric. There's Grand Bell Hotel. Okay, Japan. There's Tokyo. Can we find the Grand Bell Hotel? Almost certainly not. Museum of Contemporary Arts, Grand Bell Hotel. I'm not sure we're going to find it. We do seem to be in a fairly built-up area, so I'm going to go there. That's more like it. Excellent. So we found Tokyo, which is progress. That's good. What's this? This is a big... Oh my god. Oh, that's the Burj Khalifa, isn't it? Which means we are in Abu Dhabi. Stop. I keep on finding my way into tunnels by accident. Undo move, undo move, undo move. Thank you. That is, if I'm not mistaken, the Burj Khalifa. And this feels very wealthy area, so I want to say Abu Dhabi. I would guess Dubai. Some very fancy cars. Is Abu Dhabi and Dubai the same place? Almost certainly not, actually. You're right. United Arab Emirates, there's Dubai, there's Abu Dhabi. Now the question is, where is the Burj Khalifa? Is it in Abu Dhabi or is it in Dubai? Because we are pretty back close to it, so we might actually be able to find it. But the Burj Khalifa is a massive kind of monument and landmark within the area. Can I find it in time? Got minute 48. Abu Dhabi Golf Club, St. Joseph Khalifa University. That gives me a little bit of hope that it might be here. Do we know if we're by the sea? Or if we're on an island? Let's have a quick look at Dubai. I really feel like oh, there's the Burj Khalifa, fine. So we are where in proximity to that? There's the Burj Khalifa there. Nice grassy area. Do we think we might be on this main yellow road here? Sofitel downtown. This is Hermes, Rolex, Seven Seas, Sky Observatory. Can we get this down to the very right area? What's on this side? This doesn't seem to be very well named. Emirates. Oh, hell, there's an Emirates MBD there. That feels useful. Fine. Because I saw, I think, an Emirates lounge somewhere around here. Discovery's Observatory. I mean, we're going to be pretty close regardless, I would say. Just trying to see if I can get down to the very closest tower. I think we're just going to go on this road here. Ah, that's where we were. But hey, I'm pretty happy with 797 meters. And I'm happy that I recognised the Burj Khalifa straight away, because that really helped us to get a good amount of points. So, where's next? This looks like the USA to me. Just the style of the roads, the kind of grid formation. There's a US flag there, that'll do it. Oh, hang on. That hotel there. Sheraton, New York. Great, that's a good start. Are we on Broadway or something? If we were on Broadway, that'd be great. What does that say? Oh, one way. I thought. I kind of was hoping that'd say Broadway. Right, let's go down this way. I have been to New York, actually. I want to see the Empire State. I was only in New York for a couple of days. Manhattan at Times Square Hotel. That's distinctive. Times Square, I'm sure we'll be able to find. Right, Times Square. Do I know my New York well enough? There's the Empire State. Lower Manhattan. Union. We need Times Square, don't we? Not Union Square. Times Square is a big enough place that you think there's Manhattan, so you might think that Manhattan is in Manhattan, but you never know. West Harlem, Union Square, Soho, Chinatown, Lower Manhattan, East Side, Two Bridges. I think I stayed. Where did I stay? Because I stayed in. I might have even been over in. I think I might have stayed in Manhattan. But I honestly remember it was quite a long time ago. Do I know where Times Square is from here? No. Times Square, Manhattan. There's the Empire State. New York High Line. Soho, Bowery, East Village, Greenwich, Alphabet City, Gramercy, Flatiron, Rose Hill, Koreatown, Midtown Manhattan. You know what? Midtown Manhattan. Let's give it a crack. Hey. That's not too bad at all. There it is. There's the Sheraton New York Times Hotel, and the Manhattan Times Square Hotel. But again, that's not very far off at all. Level 5, categories, castles. I'm not sure what it's going to do. Oh my goodness. Okay. This royal palace was built after the previous one was destroyed in a fire in 1692 by a river. What does that say? Vintem. That looks Swedish to me. Traditional Julbold Iskargarden. That looks like a Swedish flag actually there. So fine, Sweden. And it's a royal palace by a river. Oh, if I could get some like more specific details as to where we are, that'd be good. Hi there, sign. You could be useful to me actually. Bathelplatz, SH. It doesn't. No, it doesn't actually. Oh, it's Christmas. There's a Christmas tree up. How about that? Tours and tickets. Sightseeing places are always useful because usually they could well have the name of these places often in English because of tourism. But I'm not seeing anything at the moment, unfortunately. I've got a minute 40 here. If it's a royal palace, I've got to imagine it's in Stockholm, because that would suggest to me that's where the royal palace would be. Stockholm being, I believe, the capital of Sweden. And we know there's a kind of river. Do we know? This doesn't look that big, the river. Abbey Museum, the Viking Museum, National Museum. Do we know the name of... Hang on. Can we spend a little bit more time? Can we see if we can find out the name of this place? No, because we are going the wrong way. That's very pixelated, goodness me. And now I have no idea where we are. Gustav Adolf's talk. Tours and tickets. I've got to imagine it. Oh, National Museum. That's almost more useful. I think I might have even seen the National Museum here. Oh, there's the National Museum. That's across the river. Viking Museum. There's got to be some around here, hasn't it? It's got to be across the river from the National Museum. There's the National Museum there, and then... Well, it's got to be just across the road, across the river from there, hasn't it? It's got to be here. I don't think it is going to be, but it's going to not be far off. Ah, no, I chose across the wrong river. Fine. But I'd say that's still pretty good. We knew it was Stockholm. We knew it was Sweden, then we knew it was Stockholm. Not too bad. Level 6. Castles, stadiums. Let's keep going with castles. Oh my goodness, this looks like Disneyland. This castle's been an icon for the Magic Kingdom for over 50 years. Right, which Disneyland are we in? Because that could really change things. There's Disneyland Paris, there's Disneyland Orlando over in Florida in the US, and really, I mean, by the numerous amount of the USA flags flying everywhere, at a slight guess, I'm going to suggest this might be Florida. Orlando, Florida, fine. Because the one thing about the United States, they do love flying their flags, and they would not fly the US flags in the Paris Disneyland. So, Orlando, Florida. The question is, do I know where the Disneyland is from Orlando, Florida? I'm not sure I do. Not sure I know it in the slightest, actually. Goodness me, where am I going to look? Where is Orlando, Florida? Wait, this is Orlando, so it can't be too far off. But also, Disneyland is a big place, and I feel like it actually wouldn't be in Orlando proper. It would be nearby, because it's called Disneyland Orlando, or Orlando Disneyland, or whatever. There's also not going to be in a, you would think, in a kind of major wildlife area. We've got a minute 25 to find it. I don't know, like I said, I don't know my USA that well. I don't know my Canada even less so. The problem is, some of the US is just so big. I mean, we've been very lucky that we found a distinctive kind of area. I just don't know where. I'm just going to have to put it in Orlando and see where we go. There it is, World Disney Resort. But again, pretty close. I'm pretty happy with that. World cuisine, libraries, religious places. Religious places are interesting. We'll go there. Goodness me, that is a very pretty place. Is that the The world famous basilica has been under construction for 140 years. Oh, I know where that is. That is in, I want to say Spain again, actually. But I could not tell you where. Is this in Barcelona, perhaps? It's got a green area. Atencio. Okay, so that does suggest to me Spain. Although I somewhat knew it was Spain already because I've heard about this cathedral. Okay, that's just signs. Sagrada Familia. Org tickets. What is the name of this place? I cannot remember. And I don't know if I like having these hints. It makes it a little bit too easy. Although I did think this was on... I mean, you can clearly see it's under construction. I'm going to go with Barcelona. I'm not convinced it is. Basilica. Hang on. Basilica de Sagrada Familia. It's got to be right there, hasn't it? Absolutely. Excellent. Okay. Well, we can claim our London taxis, which is good. Wallet means we can keep going. Country Street, guess the correct country 5 times the row for a reward. World cuisine, historical buildings. I like historical buildings. This famous prison has been depicted in many forms of media, including movies and video games. Alcatraz? Is Alcatraz, am I thinking of Harry Potter? I might be thinking of Harry Potter. Oh no, that's got a USA flag on it. Is it Alcatraz, or am I thinking of the wrong place? It may well be Alcatraz. Or is it Cuba? Now this is where I'm going to get caught up a little bit, because I don't know where. I don't think it is Cuba. But I'm just going to have to guess, because I don't have a better option. San Francisco. Where in San Francisco? Oh, it was Alcatraz, but I didn't know where. I knew it was called Alcatraz, I just can't remember where it is. It's in California, by San Francisco. How about that? Right, let's go for a city square. City squares are useful. That is the Italian flag and the EU flag. This square is adjacent to the Colonial Palace, one of the residences of the President of this country. Is that the Italian flag? Am I just missing this up? Or was that the Hungarian flag? I want to say it's Italy. This feels pretty Italian. Colonial Palace, I feel like, given it's one of the residences, it's likely to be Rome, but I might be wrong. Let's see if we can find out a little bit more about this place. The flags are being swept away by the wind, but I've got to imagine it is Rome, so go just there, and it is Rome. Okay, the Basilica, fine. Bridges City Squares, World Cuisine. Let's do a World Cuisine one. Oh heavens, where on earth are we? Poutine, that... These hints kind of give it away, I'll be perfectly honest with you. Because poutine is Canada. Yeah, national staple. However, Canada is absolutely massive. I could not tell you with a gun to my head where in Canada we are. I don't know anything about the states of Canada. If they're even called states, or if they're called something else. That could be useful. What does this say? Nationale. Oh, that actually throws a bit of things away. There's also a blue and white flag. I think that might be Ontario. I don't know if Ontario is in Canada. Saint-Pierre Okay, but that's in French. That suggests to me it's a French-speaking part of Canada. I think Quebec is quite French. I'm just going to put it on the border between Ontario and Quebec. And it was in just kind of below Quebec City. Fine, so we weren't too far off. Bridges, Walkers, doing let's go back for another historical building. Now this might be this building house, the signing of that is such a big clue. That doesn't narrow it down for me, but it's such a big clue anyway. That suggests to me this is going to be Washington. Possibly even possibly Georgetown? I've been to Georgetown. I don't think I came here though. Georgetown. Can we find Georgetown is in Virginia. Been to Virginia. Can we find Georgetown or Jamestown or something like that? Colonial Beach, Surrey City, Smithfield, Windsor, Emporia, Washington. It's not in Washington. Well, it could be in Washington, but I don't think it is. Lynchburg. Come on, Halifax, South Boston, Bakersville, Lunenburg, Victoria, Lynchburg. Some excellent names going on here, but none of the ones I really want. Durham, Raleigh, Greensboro, Rocky Mount, Sanford. I feel like Georgetown is a big enough place that I should be able to find it. Suffolk. Tabaxi, which is, I think... there's Yorktown, that's a good start. Colonial National Historical Park. Williamsburg. Governor's Palace. Let's go there. Oh, it was in Philadelphia. But we were close enough. That's good. What have we unlocked? Tall buildings. Oh, these are hints, fine. UK, tall buildings, exclusive to London. UK has left-hand traffic. So these are like little hints. Gotcha. Okay. Well, cuisine, city squares, libraries. Libraries is a dangerous one. Ceviche, lime-cured fish, is the national dish of this country, where it's said to originate from. Right by the sea. I wonder if there's a flag over there by the pier. Despacio, that might suggest to me a Latin influence of some kind. Can we go down this pier? It'd be wonderful if we could. Because piers can often have flags or other such things about them. Or even just in the shops that might have memorabilia, but it seems like we can't go any further than this. Unfortunately. Any flags up there? I can't see any, so we'll go back. Heavens, this could be a tough one. Lime-cured fish. Also, the camera doesn't seem to be moving much in this area. Where are we now? Are we just in a... Seems to appear just to be in a hole somewhere. Lucaga de Globos Vista. Don't have a huge amount of hope for this one, I'll be honest. I'm gonna say Peru by the sea, but I'm not convinced. Oh my god! It was Peru. That was a complete lucky guess. How about that, eh? Well, I think we will leave things there for today, but I've tell you what, I've been quite enjoying this GeoGuessr. I'd be up for playing some more of this. This isn't quite how I remember it when I watched someone else play, with all this kind of money and things included. So I'll have to see, because also these hints down the bottom are really quite helpful. I mean, I think most of them I had a general idea of where they were anyway. However, I do think they do give a bit too much away, especially, stuff like poutine. Poutine is very much a kind of Canadian dish. So I think we may well see this back on the channel, because, I'm having quite a bit of fun. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.